Backup bowl tie-ins are huge for Group of 5 or non-Power 5 conferences. If a Power 5 conference does not have enough bowl tie-ins to fill a certain bowl, Group of 5 schools can get some pretty good bowl destinations against some solid teams. For example, from 2014 to 2019, Conference USA had a backup tie-in to the Independence Bowl, and they were able to send their teams twice to play ACC schools. In 2017, when Southern Miss played Florida State, and in 2019, when Louisiana Tech beat Miami 14-0. Backup tie-ins are great if bowls follow the contract. If they follow the contract. Today's story features a controversy between two bowls that broke their backup agreements in an egregious fashion. But before we start, I ask that you like and subscribe to the channel. We got these mini documentaries, podcasts, and more. Over 85% of my watch time comes from non-subscribers, so why don't you stay a while and subscribe? I'll hold your jacket. Now, let's get back to the story. In 2008, the Sun Belt only had one automatic bowl tie-in, when they sent their champion to the New Orleans Bowl. This may seem hard to believe nowadays given the Sun Belt's great rise, but this was a reality until 2010. Because of this, the conference did the smart thing to do and signed backup bowl tie-in agreements with three bowls: Birmingham's PapaJohns.com Bowl, the St. Petersburg Bowl, and the Independence Bowl. The PapaJohns.com Bowl pitted the number 9 SEC team against the number 5 Big East team. The St. Petersburg Bowl featured the number 6 Big East team versus the number 7 Conference USA team. And the Independence Bowl had the number 7 Big 12 team play the number 8 SEC team. Fast forward to late in the 2008 season. All three bowls needed to use their backup tie-ins. Per NCAA protocols at the time, all 7 and 5 teams had to be placed in bowl games before 6 and 6 teams were placed in bowls. After all the 7 and 5 teams got their bowls, 3 Sun Belt schools sat at 6 and 6, awaiting a bowl assignment. Troy won the Sun Belt for the second time in 3 years, so their spot in the New Orleans Bowl was set. Florida Atlantic had to win 5 of their last 6 games, including a 57-50 overtime thriller over Florida International to finish the season at 6 and 6. Future Tennessee Titans starter Rusty Smith threw for over 2,900 yards, while Charles Pierre added over 900 yards and 8 touchdowns on the ground. Louisiana, or Louisiana-Lafayette as they were known in 2008, went 6 and 6, thanks in large part to Tyrell Fenroy and Michael DeZormo, who both ran for over 1,000 yards on the ground, with Fenroy scoring 19 times. The Raging Cajuns nearly upset number 24 ranked and 2008 Rose Bowl participant Illinois in a 20-17 loss. And finally, Arkansas State was also 6 and 6, with an 18-14 victory over Texas A&M. Corey Leonard threw for over 2,300 yards and ran for over 500, while Reggie Arnold eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark on the ground. Arkansas State played Alabama that year and only trailed 14-0 at halftime before losing 35-0. The Sun Belt played its cards right, and now it was about to pay off big time. When it came time for bowl selection, the St. Petersburg Bowl did need a backup team, but it chose 6 and 6 Memphis from Conference USA, one of the two conferences originally slated to play in the bowl game, so that's totally understandable. Florida Atlantic got the bid to the Motor City Bowl after the Big Ten could not send a 9th bowl-eligible team to the game. So, that left Arkansas State and Louisiana, aka Louisiana-Lafayette, looking for bowls. Shreveport's Independence Bowl was a natural fit for Louisiana, as our Raging Cajuns campus was only 200 miles away, and they had plenty of alumni in the area. The Independence Bowl could expect a big Raging Cajuns turnout given it was the school's first ever bowl game. And Arkansas State would then likely go to the PapaJohns.com Bowl in Birmingham, as its campus in Jonesboro was just 300 miles away from the Magic City. It would have been the Red Wolves' second bowl appearance since 1970, and it was a new bowl destination. On top of that, the Red Wolves would get a chance to play a Big East school, making this a huge game for the program. With a record 4 teams going to bowls, this was going to be the Sun Belt's best bowl season ever. Except, it was not. The PapaJohns Bowl opted to invite Mr. Unlimited himself, Russell Wilson, and 6 and 6 NC State to Birmingham to play Rutgers instead of Arkansas State or Louisiana. The most egregious snub of all was from the Independence Bowl, who robbed Louisiana of its first bowl appearance ever and a chance to play its in-state rival, Louisiana Tech. Instead, the Independence Bowl invited 6-6 Northern Illinois, who was 836 miles away from Shreveport in DeKalb, Illinois. Obviously, the Sun Belt was furious, and the Independence Bowl backpedaled as Chairman Keith Bergeron stated the contingency agreement only covered 7-win teams. The Sun Belt understood the backup tie and gave their 7-5 teams priority over other at-large schools with 7-5 records. However, they also thought the same thing applied to the conference's 6-6 schools. In the end, Rutgers beat NC State 29-23 in the 2008 PapaJohns.com Bowl in front of 38,582 fans. Louisiana Tech beat Northern Illinois 17-10 in the 2008 Independence Bowl in front of 41,567 fans. This attendance figure was the Bowl's lowest in 3 years and the second lowest since 2000. Louisiana would not play in its first bowl until the 2011 New Orleans Bowl, and Arkansas State would not return to a bowl until after the 2011 season when they played in the GoDaddy.com Bowl in Mobile. Eventually, the Independence Bowl and Sun Belt made up as they once again agreed to a backup tie-in partnership in 2022 when Army could not appear. Louisiana appeared in Army's place and lost to Houston 23-16. But in the end, stay true to your word and your contracts, and you'll be good to go in life. Like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.